I won't stop, I'm here to get what I want. I'm not lost, I'm here to make it to the top. I'll take a shot, I'll overpower any boss, cause I am not
Let's go.
that you would wanna cross.
I move quietly, like a shadow, there's a dark side to me. I work privately, to go build and create my own dynasty. A new rivalry, it emerges ever so silently. But I got fight in me, so I'll squash anything that's trying me. I'm like, me versus you, I hope that you know what you're getting into. I got nothing to lose, so you better watch out, can't predict my moves. I'll make you irrelevant, I don't stop till I'm at the top settling. I live here like a local resident, and you know I ain't selling it.
I won't stop, I'm here to get what I want. I'm not lost, I'm here to make it to the top. I'll take a shot, I'll overpower any boss, cause I am not someone that you would wanna cross. I won't stop, I'm here to get what I want. I'm not lost, I'm here to make it to the top. I'll take a shot, I'll overpower any boss, cause I am not someone that you would wanna cross. I won't stop, I'm here to get what I want. I'm not lost, I'm here to make it to the top. I'll take a shot, I'll overpower any boss, cause I am not someone that you would wanna cross.
Round two, I gotta screw loose. I'll work all night if it's what I gotta do. Who needs sleep when the caffeine's brewed? I don't fatigue, I just have to move. I don't work with others, they just slow me down and my progress suffers. It's not you, it's me, but really I just work much better when I'm free. I don't do things for the hell of it, I do things that I do for the benefit. I make moves that'll make me relevant. I've been telling them, you just gotta work hard, play hard, punch that race card, move fast, take charge, do that, make art, move past fake cards, lose that hate card, and never give up when the gun goes, race start.
I won't stop, I'm here to get what I want. I'm not lost, I'm here to make it to the top. I'll take a shot, I'll overpower any boss, cause I am not someone that you would wanna cross. I won't stop, I'm here to get what I want. I'm not lost, I'm here to make it to the top. I'll take a shot, I'll overpower any boss, cause I am not someone that you would wanna cross. I won't stop, I'm here to get what I want. I'm not lost, I'm here to make it to the top. I'll take a shot, I'll overpower any boss, cause I am not someone that you would wanna cross. I won't stop, I'm here to get what I want. I'm not lost, I'm here to make it to the top. I'll take a shot, I'll overpower any boss, cause I am not someone that you would wanna cross. I won't stop, I'm here to get what I want. I'm not lost, I'm here to make it to the top. I'll take a shot, I'll overpower any boss, cause I am not
Let's
someone
go.
that you would wanna cross.
I move quietly, like a shadow, there's a dark side to me. I work privately, to go build and create my own dynasty. A new rivalry, it emerges ever so silently. But I got fight in me, so I'll squash anything that's trying me. I'm like, me versus you, I hope that you know what you're getting into. I got nothing to lose, so you better watch out, can't predict my moves. I'll make you irrelevant, I don't stop till I'm at the top settling. I live here like a local resident.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good morning, YouTubers. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? It's Justin God first. Solo. Shift's got appointments, and yeah, I didn't send no invites because it's been an early morning, and I've been really busy. One thing I got left to do is go outside and do work there. So it's currently the 24th day of me being in the bunker, and thank God my plumbing is working because showers feel great, and yeah, it's nice to be able to flush. And I'm still waiting for the October surprise. Anybody else waiting for it? Nah, I'm not really waiting for it, but you know, I check out the link I have pinned at the top of the chat. That's Winter Warrior Project. Got an event coming up on Veterans Day weekend. It's slowly approaching. And also, as you can see in my background, I got rounded up for firefighters. a fundraiser for firefighters to get them training and equipment, mostly off volunteers. Uh, Gary Sneeze Foundation has teamed up with Whataburger. So if you got a Whataburger, all you got to do is volunteer to give the extra change. Example is you have $13.27 on your bill, and yeah, just donate to round it up to $14, and that change will go straight to help firefighters. It does not cover any, let's say, how all these other nonprofits do it. Does not cover to pay anybody's salaries, bonuses, or anything else. It goes straight to the firefighters and pays for their equipment and stuff. It's a good thing. Another good thing Gary Sinise is doing, and I support it. It's only all the way up to the 31st of October because the evening of the 31st when they shut down, it's Halloween. Yeah. Candy, candy, candy. Good morning, Lady D. How you doing? Good morning, Cooking Mike B. Vicky Bunnell, good morning. Good to be able to catch you live this morning. Hope you got your coffee or tea and your breakfast. Hey, Benjamin, good to see you. And, of course, the lurkers, good morning. How you doing? So, before anything else, I'll always do the weather first. So, currently 70 degrees. I say kind of, I guess, sunny. Yeah, it's supposed to get up to 90 something day, possible near record here in West Central Texas. UV, of course, pollen, of course, are going to be off the charts, and we're going to have gusty winds about 1 o'clock. I've been noticing lately everything has been going around 1 o'clock. What's up with that? It's like for the last 3 weeks, either the UV, the pollen, or the wind. 1 o'clock. It's always 1 o'clock. So, one thing I'm going to mention, you probably won't hear it from anybody else mainstream media, let alone YouTube, until after they hear it here and they try to play it off on theirs and say it's theirs. First and foremost, Vladimir Putin claims chilling New World Order. Yep, you heard it, New World Order. Dreamed by Russia, already underway. So, just when you thought the New World Order, what you heard about it, now you're hearing the new things. It's supposedly a dream. He had a dream. Yeah. Needless to say, the Simpsons had a dream too. Which is going to come first? Yeah. And of course, he's talking about the BRICS summit. He gave a speech talking about what's all going to go on, how they dreamed about it, how to destroy the dollar, and they want to be in charge. And yeah, I think China has joined the mix, but China's got other plans. I'm waiting for them to bring out theirs. So yeah. If you want to know more about it, go to Daily Express, U.S. version. Of course, it's .com on the internet, and you can read all about it. It's about a 2-minute read. It just dropped about 2 hours ago, and I'm pretty sure nobody else has been reporting on it yet. So let's see. Yeah, North Korea is still sending more troops to Ukraine battlefield, but yeah, it's not working out for Putin. He's spending more time trying to catch the defectors, and of course, North Korea, Kim Jong Un is saying, "Oh, we got a thing for those defectors." Yeah, all they're going to do is threaten their family. But what happens when you've already killed all their family and they got nobody left? Yeah, they're going to bail. And if Russia keeps on freaking trying to arrest them, guess what? They're just going to go and give up to Ukraine and want to fight for Ukraine. They don't want to be in North Korea. They know how the communist countries are. They've been living it the whole freaking life, and they don't enjoy it. That's why they're defecting. Yeah. Yeah, Benjamin. Everybody's staying away from the quarter pounders. Hey, good morning, Al Bundy. How you doing? Super Dave, good to see you. How you doing, sir? Trying to catch a bunch of that. So if you haven't looked, go check out Lady D. Lady D, if you drop your link, it'd be great. And check her out. She dropped a new video yesterday on how to make, I don't know, it was apple peels. Oh, apple cider vinegar from home. It's like a cup of sugar, distilled water, apple peels, and shake it real well. And I think it takes 4 weeks to fermentate, if I'm saying it correctly. Correct me, Lady D. But yeah, hey, Lucia Parker, good morning. Nice to see you. And if you didn't catch the beginning, shift is an appointment a day. So, you may have to re-hit that notification then, Benjamin. I mean, Al, because, YouTube's doing that thing. Oh, hey, no, not a problem. Do it whenever you can. You get that rent. So, yeah, it just makes it easier because I got too many windows open. I'm afraid it's going to overheat or shut me down. So, trying to do the limitless I can. So, trying to see. One thing, if you haven't been keeping up with the bank closures, it was undisclosed that Bank of America has closed over 130 locations that weren't reported. And they're mandated to report. All banks are mandated to report when they close them. Bank of America's defense is like, well, we saw like two banks so close to each other, we just combined them into one. So we technically only closed one. So maybe it's a good move because all the other banks are folding under and they're completely closing them down. Maybe they're just minimizing to save money. I don't know. The story didn't say too much on that, but that's on mainstream media if you can find it. So I just Googling Bank of America closures and you'll find the story on there. And if you haven't heard yet, Boeing workers vote to reject contract deal. They're extending their strike. With as many problems that Boeing has had, hey, just let them be on strike. While everybody else jobs were shut down, you're locked down at home for 2 years. Boeing was still working. They were still flying along with all the other airlines. So, hey, let them be on strike for 2 years. Let them work on minimum money. It's their turn to freaking stay at home. So, I have no love lost for the airline industry because they cause more freaking harm to the planet than any freaking car and the people in the world. And just like all the Hollywood and rock stars and all that fly everywhere every day and tell us we're the bad people and we should be paying our money and giving our tax money for that or this and all that. And it's all a freaking lie. Y'all know it. Y'all are smarter than the average person. And I know y'all don't need to be awake because you've been awake all these years. Yeah. I don't know if I want to read this because, well, it's not even a read. New York Post posted a video about the boss of Bank of America talking about the worker who died after logging 100 hours in a week. Yeah. Well, I don't think it was the 100-hour work week because I was in the military and we definitely worked more than 100 hours in a week. And that didn't kill us. So obviously it had to be some other health conditions going on. So, but yeah. And most of the time, a job can't force you to work 100 hours. So they're doing it for the money. If you work at a job that force you to work that many hours, and they ain't paying you overtime, yeah, it's probably time to find a new job. So I'm trying to see what else is going on. Yeah. Yeah, and now you got Fox News talk about Jelly Roll. Like I said, I've never listened to him. I thought maybe I heard a song of his or whatever. Wasn't impressed with him and his rendition of the Ozzy Osbourne song "Crazy Train" on what do you call it? Hollywood, or not the Hollywood, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. No, he doesn't have the voice for that. They should have freaking had him sing John Denver or something else. I don't know. But Fox News reporting that he dropped 100 pounds and how the country star transformed his body. Almost guaranteed he's like all the Hollywood elites, eccentric, or however you say that freaking medicine. He's taking that. Completely disagree with it because that is not the reason why they do it. Yeah, it's a benefit of a side effect for the reason they have the drug out there in the market. But now, because of Hollywood and all these stars doing it, everybody else wants to do it. You know how it is because, now teenagers are watching TikTok videos about how all these other medicines. I won't say the name of it because, it's definitely on the hit list for YouTube. But it's a drug that's not even authorized in the U.S. and many other countries, has dangerous side effects. And the kids are watching these people beef up and have these supposedly perfect bodies, weightlifting and all that. And yeah, a lot of people taking these drugs that are out there are causing health problems to all these kids, but they see all these stars doing it. So it's like, oh, I want to be like that. So I definitely think the parents need to get control of their teenagers, freaking what they're watching, shut them down from TikTok or something. Because, why is TikTok advertising all this BS? They should be looking and going, no, that's dangerous. Let's take it out of there. But eventually TikTok will be dead. So, yeah. And don't worry, the FDA, USDA is going after any companies online and in person that are trying to sell this drug under any fake name whatsoever because the contents will mess up your interior organs. Oh, let's see. And of course, you don't believe me, look it up. Do your own research. Talk to your medical professional. I am not a PhD medical professional, according to YouTube, even though I do have a PhD and a couple of masters. But hey, I guess my IQ doesn't mean anything because it's higher than a lot of people that are going out there and speaking, I don't know, politics. Oh, yeah, take this. You'll lose 100 pounds. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Kathy Bates doesn't have a PhD in anything, but she was strutting her stuff. Yeah, I take this shot once a week and I've lost 200 pounds and I look so good. No, you still don't look good. Not, I wouldn't even sleep in the doghouse or the porch. I'd just avoid you altogether. Yeah. Hey, but that's my opinion, like I said, and I'll just keep on going. And LA Times reporting what you need to know about the quarter pounder E. coli outbreak. Like we haven't heard it all already in mainstream media. They've talked about it. It's the onions. They broke it down to the onions. The onions is the part that had the E. coli. One has died. Over 29 people have been hospitalized. Some have been kids. So, yeah. And of course, all the political stuff. Harris is slamming Trump, calling him a fascist. But if you actually look at it, she's a racist and a fascist. Don't believe me? Look it up. That's all I got to say on that matter. I'm trying to see. Did you know Little Debbie's classic treat finally returns after nearly a decade of being MIA? Yeah. This is coming from Parade.com. Some people get it in their Sunday papers. Parade magazine. The story should be in there too. I'm trying to see which snack it is because I didn't look at it. Oh, it's the marshmallow treat. Yeah. Maybe it's going to be safer than Rice Krispies because, they've been putting all that stuff in the cereals that they don't eat anything. Well, that's it. Expert. So, okay, back to chat real quick because I've been gone for a little bit. And just reading chat real quick. I'm trying to hurry. Yep, exactly, Lady D. It is for diabetes and not for weight loss, but people use it. And then the people that have diabetes can't get the medicine. Think about it. And yeah, sort of like the insulin thing going on too. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, they dropped the price down. Well, the insulin should be free. That Narcan stuff for the people doing drugs and overdosing, they shouldn't get that free. It's a recreational. It's a choice for them to do drugs. Yeah, I know the people are going to be bitching. Oh, well, they're addicted. They can't help it. Bullshit. First time they did it, they knew it was an addictive drug. they made the choice, they did it. Okay? Maybe what, 1 in 1,000 people are forced, they're kidnapped. Like you see in Hollywood, they're freaking shot up and they get addicted. Okay, 1. How many diabetics are dying because they can't get their insulin or they can't get their freaking Zentra? Think about it. And a lot of those diabetics are kids too. So those Hollywood fat F's just need to freaking go to the gym and work out like the normal person and have to freaking take a year to freaking try to lose the weight. So the kids with diabetes can get their insulin and their Zentra. Yeah, think about it. Now I'm pissed off about the Zentric thing because they're talking about, ooh, we need to start doing it nationwide. That would help. And some freaking people from your politicians that need to be spayed and neutered. Don't forget to spay and neuter your politicians now. But yeah, they started talking about, yeah, we need to start putting that in the program for those kids. Our obesity problem is so bad. So yeah, they want to shoot your kids up, so who's going to be the one that gets to decide if your kid gets the shot? Is it going to be the school? Hey, kid, come over here. You look fat. And give them a shot. Or is it going to be the parents? Going to be the doctors? Yeah, think about it. Now, these politicians have lost it. They need to go to McDonald's and order a Big Mac with extra onions. Well, thank you, Al Bundy. Yeah, I think outside the box, and some people sometimes don't understand what I'm talking about. I'm like, oh my God, that's rude. That's crazy talk. But you actually sit down and think about it. Like I spend about a week on every topic and think about it, drinking my coffee, sit on the porch, enjoy the outside. And before I come in, I write everything, the good, the bad, the crazy. And I mark everything off, and then I come to a decision. And some people just can't understand it, but that's okay. That's the difference between logic and illogical. Don't believe me? Ask Spock. Oh, wait, you can't. You got to wait till he comes back as a zombie. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I never knew she left. Who left? Yeah, Lady D, one thing I noticed, which just makes me really sad, I can't buy cake mixes anymore at the store. They really messed me up, so I have to make my own cake mixes at home. And the funny thing is, when I make them at home, I'm using all natural ingredients, and it doesn't mess with my stomach or anything else. So, yeah, they're definitely adding stuff. And when you read the ingredients, sometimes you don't even see the ingredients that's in there. So, Benjamin's like, I'll wash down my pizza with some Lady Dagger status apple cider. Yeah. Yeah, today is National Food Day, by the way. And it's National something else day, but I don't remember what the other one is. Because it's food also, and I don't understand why they made 2 different ones when it's National Food Day. So go out, enjoy your food, just not, Big Macs or anything from McDonald's that contains onions. Yep. Oh, bunny. Almost all of it's GMO now. You know one place you won't find GMOs? If you go to an organic store, they won't even put a product up if it's got GMOs in it. Like, nope, not organic. I think more stores need to do that. Then you have an aisle. Remember back in the early 80s or late 70s, grocery stores used to have a generic aisle. And it'd be all white label stuff. I mean, cleaning supplies, food, everything. And then they finally did away with it and they put the store's brand name and all everything. And they don't even have an aisle anymore. I think they need to have a non GMO aisle. Maybe 2. Yep, I agree, Super Dave, on the cake mixes. Yep. I mean, it's pretty bad. You buy a cake mix thing and you have enough to make like 6 cupcakes, and that's it. So, yeah, that shrinkflation thing is really, jacked up too. Yeah, no, Albany, today is the day you can go crazy. You don't have to be on a diet. You just celebrate food. Yeah. And it's really going to be pretty sad for me because, yeah, I have to pass by all those donut shops. Donuts. Yeah, but I can't have them, so. So Mike B had breakfast already, and yeah, he watched the video and he left a comment. And it was before most of y'all even thought about getting up. He had scrambled eggs, hash browns, olives, and a Dr. Pepper for breakfast. Hey, vote for Pedro. Good morning. Good to see you. Yep, it's all you see can eat. Yep. Some people call it the seafood diet, but it's all you can see and eat. Yep. So, needless to say, okay, my main topic I'm going to talk about, some people get on soapboxes. I get on a milk crate because milk does the body good. Just drink it organically. Don't forget all the other stuff. You can have pasteurized. Just don't drink the milk that they add all this stuff. And I'm just going to say this for now. Some people like that nut milk. No. No. That's not natural for you. You know, if you really want that nut juice, just grab a handful of nuts and put them in your mouth. And get your mind out of together. I'm talking about, cows make milk, goats make milk, trees and nuts do not make milk. No. You may disagree with me. Well, that's healthy for me. Or my tummy can't handle it. Yeah, tell it to the kid that parents didn't let them eat peanut butter. Now they're allergic to peanut butter. So the rest of the nation can't have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches at school because of the one kid. The parents are too cheap to buy freaking peanut butter when they're little. Enough said. But anyway, let's see. The topic for today is 15-minute cities. Y'all have heard of them. You've heard the threat, but you haven't really heard the truth. There's a certain country out there, and if you're a scrapper, you're connected to the scrapper market, you'll know that is requesting and wants to use about 70% of the world's steel. They want to build certain cities out in the desert, and they're going to need all this steel. Okay? They will be 15-minute cities. Some buildings are going to look like the Jetsons, the big old pillars and, a little circle thing up top with a couple of apartments and all that. But they're going to have some normal buildings too. But everything's going to be made of steel. All right. But, so get ready for steel prices that go up. Copper is going to end up going up again. And, aluminum's definitely going up right now. But that's because the other markets going on, projects going on around the world. But anyway, I'm losing my fact here. Okay, 15-minute cities. Yeah, they want to make them. Some politicians and some local administrators in some cities or counties that some people live in are so busy watching The View, or they're out there going to all the Kamala Harris freaking, rallies instead of freaking paying attention to what's going on at their local place, that they're actually confiscating land to make these 15-minute cities. Someplace, and everybody thinks 15 minutes, they're just we're going to change Seattle. No, they're going to build them outside of these freaking cities that are already built. And the way they're going to get people in there, if you're on government assistance, any way, shape, or form. You live in government housing, they're going to move you. They're going to entice you to say, hey, we got a new place for you. Yeah. You're on welfare. Yeah, they're going to make you move there too. Food stamps. Yeah, they're going to do it too. You think it sounds crazy? Okay, think about it. They're building these even though they know the dollar's going to collapse and we're going to go digital. What's the best place to check everything digital first? We know food stamps is on a card, mostly now. And they'll control it all in 15-minute cities. Yeah. You'll be government assistance, you're definitely going to go there. And after they get the millions that aren't for government assistance to these cities, hey, let's get the refugees in there too, because they're getting government assistance. Build all these brand new cities. You've got a place for them to live. Yeah, yeah. It's your tax dollars paying for it. And yeah, think about it. And then after that, they'll start dwindling down and start repossessing people's stuff because that's why they play with the prices of everything too. They want to make you broke. They want to put you in debt to the point where you cannot, in any way, shape, or form, pay your bills. So they can confiscate it and then they control you. Don't believe me? Look at the people in charge of the 15-minute cities. They don't tell you the exact game plan. But you're going to be in a 15-minute city. Everything's being provided for you. It's all going to be solar power. And when winter comes, you're going to freeze to death. Yeah, because we know solar doesn't work in winter. Yeah. Oh, Lady D says, I see Wick card now too. Yeah, exactly. They're doing everything digital. They got a plan. Don't trust the plan because that plan is all bullshit. Yeah, well, for Radio, he says, when the government can take your house at will, we all live in government housing. Well, like I used to tell people are still trying to keep up with the Joneses or invent a new way, thinking, oh, well, the Joneses screwed up. They went bankrupt. While they're in Montana living in tents, they've been doing it for over 20 years and they're happy. They're out of debt. They filed bankruptcy and they're living in a tent in the wilderness. Now, do we really know if they're happy? Who knows? Maybe a bear ate them. Maybe they're living with freaking Bigfoot. I don't know. We don't see them. They moved and they got the tent in there out in the woods. And that's where you're going to go if you don't go to government housing and they repossess your stuff. Don't believe me? Then why would they say you will own nothing and you'll be happy? Oh, I know, Tom. The best way to enslave us is to keep us beholden. That's why we've been telling you, try to pay off all your debts. Yes, keep the credit card, but don't use it. I mean, if you really got to use it, charge something, and then as soon as the bill comes in, pay it off. Don't let it go to thousands and all that. I keep hearing, and I don't know how true it is or not, I keep hearing people have credit cards and they're buying their groceries with it. I've had credit cards and I've never used a credit card to buy groceries. I've used my debit card, but I've never used a credit card. Why pay interest on food that you're going to eat and then you're going to poop it out? So I'll try to explain to my kids, why are you going to go out on a weekend and spend $200 drinking, and before the weekend's over, you urinated it all out or threw up all of it. You wasted all that money and you got nothing for it except for a hangover. And the only thing you remember is memories, good or bad. If you're going to do that, you might as well go on vacation. If you want memories, go fishing. It's cheaper. You caught the big one. That's a memory. Yeah, Benjamin, hey, I understand that too. My retirement is through the government. Unfortunately, when all that collapses, that will have to go digital. But I don't know. I still got my gold and silver, and I got other backups, and yeah. So some of my income will be relied on this, but that's why I've been slowly but surely paying off all my debt. I think I got like $1,200 left on my kid's wedding that I was paying for, and once I pay that off, I can concentrate on my last bill to get that, and then I'll be debt free. But of course, I'm waiting for prices on property to go down so I can buy a couple of things, a couple of acres of property, and then go do my self-sufficient thing over there. But yeah, prices outrageous here in Texas, unfortunately, and I couldn't let my kids spend as much as they wanted to on their wedding. I cut it down on some stuff, and they understood, and I went in and paid for it because they're not in debt right now. And I tried showing them the ways that don't get in debt. You're going to be battling for the next 10, 20 years trying to pay off whatever you do now. It's not worth it. Just go the just as piece you really needed to, but they didn't. We were still able to have a nice one. Biggest part was pictures, the food, and stuff like that. That's why the cost. But hey, and we flew a couple of people in from the family. So yeah, I would never use a credit card at Walmart. No, if I don't have it in the bank, you really think about it. I really don't even like using my debit card, but if I have money in there and the bank's going to collapse, I rather buy something now with it, take the money out before they close the bank, and I can't touch the money. And yeah, I bought it. I bought it something because at least I got the money there. Damn, 3K? That it? Man, must be nice, Tom. Oh, they wouldn't let you rent a car with your debit card? Yeah, that's kind of freaking jacked. I can, but of course they're going to put a hold on it, and that kind of messes up any other purchases. Like if you rent a car, they put like a $500 hold on it, and then good luck trying to go get gas when you need to refill because you got to call the bank and go through all the stuff just to freaking be able to get gas. So yeah, but yeah, I do have a credit card. I haven't used it. I use it once every 3 months for once a quarter, so to say. Buy something that's less than $10, and as soon as I see it go into the account, I pay it off. Pisses them off. They're really not making no money, so yeah. Then Benjamin saying next year I get my union pension. Will SS decrease the amount of money I get once I start collecting my pension? I have no clue on that because I'm not a financial advisor. I would check with Social Security, but as long as it's just a certain amount and it falls under the amount of where, because you can get Social Security and still work as long as you don't make so much. So common sense would be, if you're not working and you start pulling a pension, as long as it's under a certain amount, they shouldn't pull it either. But we are talking about the government; they don't use common sense. So yeah, check into it. An E3, and you could afford. Yeah, you couldn't afford shit as an E7 nowadays. I don't know how they make it in the military now. I mean, and you basically got to be a 1, 2, 3, or 4-star general in order to be able to afford shit. Maybe some colonels could freaking afford stuff, but So there's stuff going on there. Countries are building these cities in the desert, which you never build because doesn't the Bible say, you got to build on a strong foundation. Sand is not a strong foundation. Yeah. Yeah, I saw advertisement on rental places. Since you're talking about rental cars, Pedro, and they're saying, "Yeah, come rent an EV from us." You know, whatever rental place you go, rent your EV, and when you return it, we'll pay the charges to charge it up. I'm like, what? You know, you gonna go rent an EV? You better make sure that car is completely charged. It's been sitting on that lot. If they can't freaking charge it while it's sitting on the lot, so they can rent it again, yeah. Because it's the same thing as most rental places when you go do the gas vehicles. Sometimes it's full, Other times, oh, it's only, it's a half a tank. So only bring it back with a half a tank. It's like, it's been sitting there for how long and you couldn't fill it up? You got like 18 people working here and you can't have one of them go put gas in the car. Yeah. That's the way to judge the rental places. If they can't give you a full tank of gas when you first go in there, I want to rent from them. Yep. Exactly, Tom. You hit it right on the nose. Oh, excuse me while I stretch. Oh, this is 2 days in a row. My back and neck wanted to stretch. I must be doing something right. So is everybody ready for winter? Because winter is coming. Yeah, unfortunately, winter is coming. You don't believe me? It is. How bad is it going to be? Well, I don't know. Listen to your local weatherman. You've trusted him for all these years, and how many times have been right versus wrong? And don't get me wrong, you might not have a weatherman. Listen to your weather girl. She'll be there doing the Kelly Bundy bounce and trying to show you the weather map. It's all sunny when it's snowing, and no, there's still some 20-year retirements out there. But, as much as they depleted them down, I don't even know how much they're paying now for the retirements, at least for enlisted. I'd hate to be freaking trying to reach retirement in the next 5 years because is it going to be the one? Be one? Who knows? Let's see. See, no. See, with global warming, that's going to make more severe winters, Tom. You got to read in between the freaking lines of the words they use. Because remember, they're playing with the words, which they shouldn't have done in the first place. But they did that. They're scammers. They get together and say, how can we make money off this weather thing? So they changed all the words. It was like, what, last week I told you how, the meteorologist, I can't think of the freaking big thing. The ones that run all the weather around the U.S. with the radar and all that. But how they're changing their table and they're changing words. Yeah. They're all doing it to make more money. Yep. Yeah, they use Doppler, but I'm talking about the National Weather Service. There you go. That's the one I was looking for. National Weather Service. And here's my big thing I question about. You get a lot of people talk of the weather. And the mainstream media, they'll give you like 5 different models of the weather indicators, that the Doppler that they use. Have you ever noticed they got like the European model? They got the Puerto Rican model. They use all these other models besides the U.S. one. What? Or is it that high finance or intellectual enough with Doppler versus what the others are using that they have to go to all the other models and then they kind of guesstimate the overlap them and they try to, okay, well, it's going to be this. That's where they screw up. It's like, way back when we had to use our fingers and toes to count and they messed it up by bringing in calculators and then nobody knew how to use their fingers for anything. That's why some stuck them in their mouth, others stuck them in the nose, and yeah, yet 60% of them stuck it somewhere else, while they're sitting down, and they don't know how to freaking tell the shit. Sometimes education is good in advancement, but a lot of times it isn't because, it makes people lazy, especially when they got to do the manual stuff. Oh, I could do that too. And just tell it. Just words for the sake of noise. Yep. Hey, Rubbernecker, good to see you. And all the people that are in these freaking meetings that do the changing the words and all that, all the people that try to go on like, oh, what was those game shows? They had the wordplay stuff. Yeah, they didn't make it as a contestant because they had boring personalities. So they think, well, think of Dr. Evil. Yeah. They're so pissed off they could have make it on TV and maybe win that now they're going to take it out in the world. And we're going to change and mess up the whole world with wordplay. Yeah. Tom, you ain't telling me anything I know. I'm just trying to put it in layman's terms for some people that don't understand or never really paid attention to it. Because believe it or not, some people are waking up this morning and they're still worried. They had nightmares about the quarter pounders with the E. coli. Their life is ruined because they've just lived McDonald's their whole freaking life. Now what are they going to do? They can't have their Big Macs. Yeah, it's that bad for some people. Those are the ones that go out to the freaking, I'm waiting to see. Is Camilla going to offer free Big Macs if you vote for her? Look, I'm feeding the nation. Vote for me, and I'll give you a coupon for a free Big Mac. I wouldn't pass it by her. Local Pedro says global warming is one of the biggest scams out there. Ice core samples from the Greenland clearly show the Earth goes through temp changes constantly. There are 30 times more carbon in the air 2 million years ago. Exactly. But I got to do this to Pedro because he's using his intelligence. As Greta would say, how dare you? Now, I won't put the video up there because, she's just as ugly as Whoopi Goldberg. She's what, a third of Whoopi's age or an eighth of Whoopi's age? I don't know how old Whoopi is, but I was excited to watch the new version of The Shining until they put Whoopi in it again. I'm like, I ain't watching it, and so I haven't. I'll buddy had a nightmare about a stripper named Big Mac. Yeah, it was your mother-in-law. She comes over and stays upstairs. Her nickname is Butter. Yeah. But, it's that time again, so. It's time for food. Porn with Mike B. Oh, I guess I got to put it up too so I can read it. All right. I'm going to try to do this like 10 TV does. Meow, 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 meow. Dinner tonight, manicotti stuffed with ricotta and mozzarella cheese, seasoned ground beef with sauce and sourdough garlic bread, and of course, a Dr. Pepper. That sounds good. Let me know when it's done and ready to eat, because I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna have a salad. I'm gonna add carrots and cucumbers and I may even splurge, add some croutons and some salad dressing to it. Of course, I'll have my lettuce and tomatoes in there too. Hey, Melvita, how you doing? Good to see you. Lady G's like, oh my God, Mike, you make me want sour bread all the time, or sourdough bread. Yeah, I think they planned it, because Trump took it away. But, I agree with you on that part. Only problem is they did it in Colorado. Why didn't they do it didn't he do the McDonald's in, I don't know, where was it, California? He did it somewhere. I can't remember what state it was. It might have been Pennsylvania. But supposedly he paid for everybody that went through the drive-through too. So I want to see the bill of how much he paid. Yeah. I don't think Camilla's ever paid for anything. Hell, I don't even see her with a purse. Has anybody seen Camilla with a purse? Because I haven't. You know, I hate to say that. I wasn't going to mention it, but since we're talking so much about Camilla, I'm going to bring this in the future. Oh, dinner's a pot? Alrighty. So, ladies, don't get offended, especially if you ain't got no kids. But in the future, I don't know how far. It could be 10 years, 20 years. Depends if Nibiru comes or we get hit by, you know, a a global disaster, meteorite, or World War III happens and wipes us all out. I don't know, but if we survive all that stuff, 20, 30 years from now, if a guy sees a woman that's like 40 or 50 years old and she has no kids, we're gonna be like, "Are you a dude?" That's the first thing that's going to go in our mind. We're going to think about, you don't got no kids, so you must be a dude because you're definitely not a lady. You can't have kids. Yeah. And don't get mad at us, ladies, but that's, you could thank the transgender, the LBGT, and all that other crap, because they had it made, but they don't know how to shut the what up. It's a choice. They weren't born that way. It's a choice. There's no scientific ruling that says it's not a choice. They can change the words around, but it's like the freaking idiots that think there's more than two sexes. Yeah. Well, Mother Nature, and Animal Planet will tell you there's only two sexes. Yeah. And if you want to be transgender, then learn how to change your sex all by yourself and have babies without a partner. Yeah. And that's not going to a clinic to get, stuff from a test tube or anything else either. Like some lizards, salamanders, stuff like that. Yeah. You know what I mean. But I think in 30, 20 to 40 years, a woman that's 40 or 50 years old that has not had kids, people are going to avoid them, especially males, because they're like, oh, she might be a dude. I definitely don't want to find out. That's the state of where women are going to go, unfortunately. Well, you women, you can battle it now. I could be wrong, and I hope it is. I'm not dogging on women. I love to support women, but I like to support real women, not the baby killing. Oh, I need to get paid just as much as you do. I've only played soccer for 6 months, but I think I'm highly skilled, even though we only get 10 people in the stands. And the men's groups are bringing in millions of people in the stands, and they're making trillions of dollars every year. But you should pay us the same amount. Well, for one, you ain't got the skills, you know. You know, I'm going to put, you know why LBGT came around? And I could care less. They could, attack me, whatever they want to do. I've been attacked by the best. I'll put them down like the rest. Well, those kids grew up and they didn't have their daddies and mommies calling them little princess because they're ugly as you know what. Because I really haven't seen very many good-looking gay women, for one. If they're going to look like Rosie O'Donnell, like Whoopi, yeah, no. But yeah, and the fairies that think they're women, which ones I'm talking about, they weren't raised with a daddy, and the mommy called them princesses, so they got freaking emotionally accused. Men are very important. Father figures are very important in a kid's life, just like a mom. So I'm one of those old school ones. It doesn't take a village to raise a kid. It takes a mom and dad. And where women screwed up way back then because they're the ones pushing all the divorces for whatever reason. Some, I understand, others, no. But women caused the problem. You know, some women don't want to hear it, but it's true. And they thought, well, I can get that soccer coach to be the male model for my kid. Yeah, see, you trust the soccer coaches you don't know nothing about. Your kid goes there, ends up spending the overnight, and then gets molested by the soccer coach. Yeah, good choices there, Mom. Now, not every kid's like that, but a lot of them happen to do that. And the mom's so narcissistic in herself because her life didn't go that way, and she's stuck with the kids. She ignores the kids, so the kids join freaking gangs. You know, to cause problems and all that. Think about it. If a dad was there, a dad would beat that kid's ass. The kid would be scared to freaking do anything. And no, I'm not talking about child abuse. I'm talking about whooping his butt if they do something wrong. Nowadays, a lot of moms don't do that. And I praise the ones that have. You've seen the videos. The kids going out there trying to ride and shit. And here comes the African American mom coming out there with a freaking chancla in her hand, beating her son, telling him to get his ass back in that. More power to that woman. See, most women won't do that when they're single moms. You need to do that. You need to control your kid. You live in my house, live by my rules. Boy, you need those hardcore moms. But unfortunately, we don't have that many hardcore moms. You know? Oh, don't worry. I'll be ragging on the dads too. The deadbeat ones, the ones that run away. Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah. Trash. You know? I think P. Diddy was abused as a child. I don't know if it was mom, dad, neighbor, uncle. Who knows? But either way, that gives him no excuse for the crap he's done. And he's probably getting enjoyed by prison when they put him in local population because he ain't going to be, you know, in isolation the rest of his freaking life in a cell. Somebody's going to get him. But that's just my opinion. You don't believe me? Hey, talk to your local warden. They'll tell you the truth. Those wardens got a freaking PhD in prison confinement. Yep, and both prepared to exactly the ones with wombs, and not plastic wombs either. But unfortunately, they've come to that technology. You know, where's the you should know that when plastic freaking surgery came around, people don't realize where it was going to. Yeah, they could put all these fake parts in a person's body, and then women get upset. You got women out there going, "Ooh, but they got robots now, and men are going to go to robots." Well, go watch TikTok. All these women expect men to treat them like queens, that they're pretty princesses, and they want all this in a man. But really, they want the money. They want the lifestyle, and they don't want to put anything in it. They don't want to have a personality. They need to work on themselves, and don't worry about what a guy's got to offer. Because you look at it, most women. I want somebody tall, dark, and handsome. And then the other half was like, yeah, but he also has to be a bad boy. Because a good guy is freaking too boring. Yeah. Well, maybe that's why we have all these divorces, because women have all these standards that they want. But they don't look at the quality of the man, and they don't get to know the man. Because they got that tall, dark, and handsome. And they get the shit kicked out of them, or they get cheated on, and all this other crap. Think about it. Yeah, I'm ragging on women, but women, it's going to help the women if they really listen to it. And men, you just be the good guy. Keep to yourself. I've turned down so many women. I've asked some to a date, and then after one date, never again. I've learned my lesson. My son's going through that being single right now, and yeah, he got catfished twice. They show pictures of when they're like 5 years ago, and now they're like meet him at a coffee shop. They're 800 pounds, and he was nice enough to stay there. I'd be like, "You lied." Later, I mean, so you're 800 pounds. Tell it off the bat before you meet him. Don't try to catfish. That just shows that you're not a freaking decent human being. You got to lie about yourself. Eventually, you got to meet the person. Come on now. That's why I laugh when I see all these TV shows that advertise them for, because I don't watch the shows. Love Island or this or that. And now you got commercials talking about phones, and they're trying to do, 20 contestants, 10 males, 10 women on Love Island. Things just didn't work out until he got a new phone. Yeah, stupid. Oh yeah, Tom, those fashion accessory ones. Yeah, right off the bat, that was the Clintons. Yeah, tough love is definitely what you need. Yeah, and I agree with you. Yeah, when you get married, you treat your wife like a queen, and she better, no ifs, ands, or buts, treat her husband as a king. Especially if she's never worked in her life and then she gets mad that he's always working, paying for her mansion or cars, or freaking she gets to get her hair done and do her nails every week and all that. Oh, no. That bitch ain't going to get no maid. She better be taking the garbage out to the trash can. Now, I'm not saying she has to take the trash can to the curb, but if he's working late because he's bringing in home the bacon and the money and all that, her ass doesn't need to be lazy and leave it in the trash can or throw it out the front door. Bitch, put your shoes on, go out there and put it in the trash can. Well, it's not that hard. Well, then do it. You don't know what your husband's doing at work. He's probably just, a lot of women don't understand the jobs their husband do. Yeah. How many, how many wives are married to people that work in the oil fields and think they're out there playing volleyball? Think about it. Yeah. I guarantee most of the women think the guys are out there drinking beer and playing volleyball. But if you haven't been on an oil rig, you have no idea how much crap you got to freaking do and how dirty you get. Yeah, but I laugh at the ones that freaking go out there and got a 6-pack ab, because that doesn't mean, yeah, he may have a decent body because he goes to the gym. And you get the ones that like to go out and, I spend 6 hours a day at the gym. Well, you spend 6 hours a day at the gym, you need to get at least 8 hours sleep. How much time do you got left? And then you're eating at least 4 to 5 meals a day because you eat mini meals if you're working out. And, yeah. What do you do for a living? Are you living in your mom's basement? You must be, because there's no way you're going to make a decent freaking job, not even close to 100,000 a freaking year, and be able to have to spend 6 hours a day in the gym. Think about it. Yeah, she just needs to learn. Don't even answer the border questions because, yeah. Even the DNC's freaking trying to scrub all their stuff that they called her the borders are and all the other stuff. But they can't erase the record that they were against the border the last 3.5 years. I know. And it's funny. There's a TikTok video I watched, and they talked about Hollywood stars, big Hollywood stars that have really bad body odor. You know who's on that list? Ladies. Yeah, you drooled over this one. Yeah, Brad Pitt. He is commonly known to, have really bad body odor. That a lot of freaking women won't work with him after doing one movie with him because they got to be near him. It's like, no, they don't want to work with him anymore because he stinks. He does, and he even admits he doesn't take showers at times. He'll go weeks without taking showers. But that's okay. I get a baby wipe, and I wipe my body down. Well, in an emergency, yeah, body wipe is good. Military uses that, especially you get mortars flung in and stuff. You grab a body wipe to freaking wipe your face down because it's 130 degrees in the freaking desert, or you can't make it to the bathroom to take a shower because the water's 200 degrees in midday because the water's been sitting in bladders all day long. So you got to wait till the evening to take a lukewarm shower. You know, so you use the baby wipes for the meantime, but you still take the showers that day. You lose sleep to take a shower. And these Hollywood are making all these millions and they can't even take showers, but yet they get their private little trailers. It's got all the amenities. There's a shower in there, Brad. Use soap. And another thing he doesn't do sometimes, oh no, this is Johnny Depp. And of course, Johnny Depp's the same. He's on that list too. And Johnny Depp doesn't brush his teeth. He doesn't believe in it. Ew. So all the ladies that used to complain about guys that smoked, but they brushed their teeth and used mouthwash. Yeah, go try to kiss Johnny Depp. He doesn't even brush his teeth. And I don't think he knows what mouthwash is. Yeah, think about it. Mm-hmm. And there's others out there. Go look for the TikTok videos. Just put in top 5, top 10 Hollywood stars that have body odor. You'll find it. Which one do you talk about, Brad Pitt or Johnny Depp? Because they both said it in interviews. Brad Pitt, I didn't believe it. And then I watched the interview. I'm like, oh my God, he did admit it. Oh, nasty. And then looked at all the girls that he freaking dated. I mean, I'm not even talking about the ones he was in movies with, but he dated. It's like, how did they survive? Ooh. I used to only take one shower a day, but now I take two, one in the morning and one in the evening. And, to myself, if my water heater went out like it did before, I'll take a cold shower. I'm still using soap and stuff. It may be cold initially, but my body will get used to it. And cold water is actually better for your body, according to medical research. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to mention all of them, but yeah, I'm like, yeah. And these are the tall, dark, and handsome ladies that you'll want. They don't shower, yeah, but they got six packs. Needless to say, who knows? Man, I've been able to talk for an hour already. Wow. I don't know. I can keep this up. We talk about Hollywood because they're a bunch of trash. I mean, I purposely have not looked at all the remakes they're doing, but I did see one that they advertised for all the movies that are coming out because I went to Fandango just to see what movies are in the movie theater. They had nothing good. Half the stuff was animated. I don't want to watch Transformers animated new movie. If I wanted cartoons, I'll turn it on Saturday morning. Why am I going to go to a theater, pay what? I don't even know how much movie tickets are, 15, 20 bucks a person to watch a cartoon. Come on now. And this is Hollywood. They're struggling. And they're insulting us. No, I'm waiting for the movie theaters to get it. Yeah, you're not going to survive unless you get one of the top chefs you see in all the TV shows to train all your people that work at your food places. I'm not talking about a regular movie. I'm talking about ones you can order meals and they bring them to you while you're watching your movie. Because they're not going to survive either. But you got people out there that'll spend 20 bucks for a ticket and another 20 bucks for a popcorn and then another 10 bucks for a soda. Oh hell no. I'm bringing my jacket. And I'll tell them, yeah, you got the AC on because all movie theaters have AC unless the AC's broken. You keep it too cold in here. But of course, I got my candy. I'll have a bag of popcorn and popped at home. You know, can of Dr. Pepper, maybe two. They won't say nothing if they catch you anyway. They're too busy looking for the people, the kids that are texting or filming the freaking videos of the movie. I sometimes had to separate artists from their work, but have you? And, well, but yeah, we'll talk about anything and everything here just about. Uh, yeah, well, I'm just guessing what the prices were because I was looking on Fandango and the prices. You could order. And did you know that you can order your ticket and assign your place, and you can order your popcorn, your meal, your drinks, and when you show up, it's all sitting there under a warmer waiting for you. I was like, ew, I want fresh popcorn. That's something that's been sitting under a heat lamp. You know, imagine ordering a burger and fries and it's sitting there. You don't know how long it's been sitting there. It could have been somebody else that canceled the order. So, hello, just it's the same order. Just pass it on to the next person. Ew. Yeah. Could have been from the day before too. You just never know. Hey, Preparedness HQ, how you doing? Good to see you. But let's see what else. Yep, I'm waiting for them to open up our drive-in again. They're having to remodel everything thanks to the freaking idiot miners that decided to damage the equipment at a drive-in when it was closed, and all the spray paint that they freaking did. And I'm glad they freaking caught them, and the parents are having to pay. But it's a slow process to get it all done. But they're fixing it up because it is family owned, and yeah. They just say those kids will never freaking do it again because they won't get out of prison until after the drive-in's been operating for 5 years. Again, drive-ins are awesome. You pay one car price, you go in if you got a full load, and or you pay the individual price. I think the most I ever paid to go into the drive-in is $4. I know the audio is going to be really decent. I could control my own air conditioning, and I can take my own food. I could bake a pizza and take it with me, and they don't get mad. Hell, I could take my own freaking soda and my own popcorn and everything else. Hell, if I want to barbecue there's a section you can park at, and they got a set up. You can bring your own barbecue pit and do your own barbecue while watching the movies and shit. And the thing I miss is once one night out of the it's either usually I think it's Saturday night if I remember correctly. One night out of the month, which is usually Saturday, they will run a special where you get to watch. And they're not old movies, they're all opening movies. You get to watch all four movies for the entry price. So if you're paying $4, you go in, you can watch four freaking opening movies on the screen back to back. And if there's one movie you don't want to watch, take a nap in the car and then just set your alarm, wake you up, and then you get to watch the next movie. Yeah. The only thing that's bad about the drive-in, though, is certain times you definitely need to take some bug repellent. Because sometimes those freaking bugs get really bad. All the musical artists I've met all through basketball players. Is that for the ones that have been with me for the longest time? I grew up with San Antonio Spurs when it was the ABA. I grew up with the kids who were, our age now, and their parents are either in the Hall of Fame, retired, or they passed away already. And yeah, all the famous people I got to meet was because we lived in a subdivision, and most of the subdivision were the San Antonio Spurs back in the day, and we got to meet all the other basketball players, and used to have block parties, and they'd have some musicians come over that were famous, some that were becoming famous, and some that not so famous, but now they're famous, and so that was pretty decent. I don't like to throw a lot of names out there, but I will about the basketball ones because I got pictures to back it up. I got to have my sister send me my boxes of pictures of half these famous people that or probably heard of, and they're in our living room, and you could definitely see me as a kid at like 10, 11 years old. Look at the face like, yep, that's trust. Yeah. You got treated like shit if they're in a bad mood. What the fuck, photographer? I said no green M&Ms. As they throw the whole ball at you. I'm just joking, but I know what you mean. And that was a cool thing too. And I think that's why my family got along with all of them. So we weren't associated with the NBA. We just lived and knew them all because they're part of they were our neighbors, and we got along with them real well because we didn't like you know George Gervin, Walt Chamberlain lives here. No, none of that. Walt Chamberlain didn't play for the Spurs, but he visited a lot for all the parties when they came to town. But what do you call it? They got along with us because we treated them like human beings. They're just normal people. So their job was NBA. But we're doing a neighborhood barbecue, and it's not the NBA. You know how many times I've asked somebody for an autograph in the NBA? Never. But I got a mess load of pictures and a lot of freaking autographs. They would just give them to me. Matter of fact, one of them made contact with my son Arthur, who's getting catfished when he tries to go out on dates. And yeah, I pick on him about that all the time. I warned him what not to do, and he didn't believe me. But now he believes me because he sees Daddy's got skills. I can pick up 20-year-olds faster than he can pick up a 30-year-old. So, but yeah, he's got a package coming to him with a lot of NBA players with autographs, and he's so excited about it. When I went over, he's like, "Yeah, James contacted me, and he's sending me this package. I should get it in about 3 weeks." Like, cool. I was like, "Are you gonna want any?" I was like, "No, I probably already got them." It's like, "What?" It's like, "Yeah." So, but it's an eye opening for my kids. It's like, man, you knew a lot of famous people. It's like, no, it's not really knowing them. I met them. I mean, if I see him out on the street, I can walk up to him, say, "Hey," and we'd give a hug. We wouldn't be doing those selfies and stuff. And I'd be able to call them by their first name once they realize who we are. But I mean, hey, they got their life. I got mine. It's not like, anything. I had a couple of them, especially the ones like James. He's African American. I grew up with his kids, played basketball, football, everything with him. And he got mad at me because when I was, on the Gulf War and all the other things, he got mad that I never wrote to him and asked him for care packages because he would have sent care packages. I was like, I'm not like that. I don't ask stuff for people. I mean, you talk to my dad when he was alive. If he told you, you could have freaking just, you know, told him, hey, let me send him some stuff. Got the thing. That's the way he could have sent me stuff if he wanted to. But he's literally pissed off because I didn't let him know that I was deployed in the zone and he could have sent me stuff. And I'm like, and that's cool, but he finally got over it. His wife Vanessa freaking finally straightened him out, saying, "Hey, he had more important things to worry about than getting a care package from you, James," which was true too. You got mortars coming in when you're trying to sleep. Yeah, I think that was I wouldn't be like, "Oh no, James is sending me a care package." I hope it's okay and it doesn't get hit. You know, Stuff like that. Oh, Uncle Pedro mentioned Krista Gale. That's the first person I met and did security for in the military. That was 40 years ago. She was hot and she was married, and she invited us all to dinner because all her security people, because she did a big concert for Lackland Air Force Base, and half the city of San Antonio showed up to it. And I told her straight out, if she wasn't married, I'd ask her to marry me. Because back then, she was younger, definitely younger than now, but she was hot. She had a voice, and she had that long hair all the way down to her freaking. I don't know how she didn't step on it when she backstepped, but yeah, so she was most gracious. Yep. And those eyes. Oh, yeah, me and Pedro could sit here talking about Krista Gale. You look at your eyes when talking to her. Oh my God, you're mesmerized. You're correct. Yeah. Oh, so she did put the spell on you too. Yeah, but unfortunately, you're back in the line with the thousands of others. I was in front of the line, Pedro. Just letting you know. If she ever jumps in the time machine and goes back and then looks younger again, I would ask her to marry me. She'd be my third wife. Wait a minute. There's Don lives in Canada. Where's Marshmallow Man? He's in Canada. I got to ask him. And Dennis. Yeah, next time I go to the Silver Community, I got to ask Dennis. Ask him if he's a libetard. That's why I prefer dating girls in their 20s and early 30s, because there's no way in hell I'm going to marry them. That's why I like dating them. There's no way in hell I'm going to get in a relationship and get married to a 20-year-old. Now, you got to think about it. It's about 30 years difference. I'll talk about something, they'll just look at me, and you can see that deer look in their eyes if I try to hold a conversation with them. Got to really look at it. Think about it. They're not going to know who I'm talking about. I'll use an example. I use Al Bundy's name. I'll talk about the show Married with Children. Nowadays, a 20-year-old, you freaking mentioned, they don't even know who Married with Children TV show is, let alone, Home Improvement or, the Golden Girls. And no, I never watched the Golden Girls. I'm just putting it out there, the age of the shows. And yeah, how can you hold a conversation with a person that doesn't know any of that stuff? Come on now. Us growing up was all useless information, but if you ever hold a conversation with somebody, you at least want them to know what you're talking about. Nowadays, a 20-year-old, oh, Taylor Swift. Nope. That's one requirement. If they listen to Taylor Swift, I won't date them. I don't care how awesome they are. They already have a flaw. Taylor Swift. Nope, no set. Yeah, if they didn't have Betty White on Golden Girls, I probably wouldn't have watched them. I really have to say, because Betty White really made that show. And that made me notice, what was the mom's name in the show? I don't remember the mom's name. I mean, I really didn't watch them like, other people I know watched. Oh, they have to watch. Golden Girls coming on. I got to watch them. I watched a couple of shows, don't get me wrong, but I don't consider that being a fan and watching it all the time. Like Laverne and Shirley, I used to watch them because they came on after Happy Days. But, I wouldn't watch Laverne and Shirley all the time. Don't hate me, I'd rather watch Mork and Mindy and freaking Welcome Back, Kotter. Hell, I watched What's Happening. That was an actual pretty decent freaking funny show. If you actually paid attention, you'd understand it. Like Good Times, yeah. Dynamite. Man, I think I'm showing Lady D's age. She's like, Good Times. What's that? It's like the Jeffersons, but they didn't move on up, Lady D. Okay. They stayed, on the west side, I guess, because they didn't move up into the high rise on the east side or something. It's like Sanford and Son. You know who Sanford's son was, Lady D? Oh, wait, she's got to take a sip of her coffee. She's waited all this time. Yeah, vote for Pedro. I got the squiggly. You grew up watching Good Times? I thought that was before your time, Lady D. Hey, B Charming. I was wondering when she was going to show. So I was, technically I was kind of stalling because she said if she could make it, she will try. So I didn't know how long our appointment was, but that's all I was doing. So I'm going to go to an hour and a half. It's like 5 more minutes and then go from there. Amen. Who the hell was Amen? Was that like Family Affair? See, I didn't really like Family Affair that much because, even though I liked the Butler as an actor for other stuff, that show wasn't realistic enough that you have a butler. Oh, you watched them on TV Land. No, I'm talking about watching them growing up before TV Land. This is before Nickelodeon. Come on now, Lady D. Say Lady D thinks she grew up with Good Times and she watched on TV Land. That was like what, 20 years after their prime time on TV? Come on now. Yeah. The dad on Good Times. Oh yeah. If he got mad, you don't think the freaking kids freaking scattered? Oh yeah. He laid the law down on that stuff. JJ. Uh, uh, yes, sir. Firecracker. Yeah, I'm just messing with you, Lady D. I know what you mean. And George Jester was good, but the maid was awesome in that one. Just like the Brady Bunch, Alice and Sam. I always look for Alice and Sam because if you actually listen or go back and watch some of the shows and you hear the conversation between Alice and Sam the butcher, yeah, it was more than what you actually picked up on it the first time you watched that show. Yeah. The only thing that's surprised me about the Brady Bunch is Florence Henderson. Man, was she a freaking super cougar, picking on the teenage actor and having how did Bill Clinton put it? So I did not have sexual relationships with that boy. Bullshit. She admitted it later in life. Yeah. So I started off with Putin on this show and his him having a dream. So I think maybe he's half Haitian. Maybe he's related to Camilla, and he thinks he's part Martin Luther King because he had a dream. The Russian New World Order. Yeah, we started off with that story, and we're ending it on memories of TV shows, things that kept us and got us through. When you had to be in because the street lights are coming on, and yeah, it was safe to leave your doors unlocked. It just wasn't safe to stay out after dark. Yeah, that's when the creepos with the candy vans just start coming out, trying to pick up on kids and stuff. Yeah. Now you got to lock everything up, and you can't even have the freaking candy without it getting freaking scanned and everything else at the hospitals or wherever else because there's razor blades, poison, and everything else in them now. Yeah, boy, have we advanced. And human technology is, kindness. Yeah. But on that note, I'm going to go ahead and close the show out. I'm going to say what Shift always says: stay blessed, not stressed. Check on your neighbors because one of these days you will be that neighbor. But guess what? You may be that neighbor now. See, Mike B says he grew up watching Three's Company, The Jeffersons, Good Times, Eight is Enough, What House of Prairie. Yep. Don't forget the Waltons. You got to have the Waltons in there somewhere. John Boy. Good night, Mom. Good night, Pa. And remember, tell your loved ones you love them, even if you're mad at them. Because you know what's going to happen in 5 minutes, 24 hours. Like I said, a meteor could freaking land on us. Freaking, I don't know, some satellite, some big company in the U.S. satellite they had up there freaking blew up. Messed up 2 phone service satellites. This about a couple of weeks ago. That stuff will probably fall down to Earth, and you know, not all of it's going to burn up. So, yeah. So don't look up. Might shoot your eye out. Yeah, yeah. And remember, we love you, even from Shift. We love you, Chad. You're the best Chad in the world. You always will be. And keep your opinions, because your opinions help make you who you are. You know, I rag this is my channel. Your opinion doesn't matter because my opinion is right and yours is wrong. I only do that for the lurkers out there that don't want to speak more than anything else, because, you know, those lurkers, there's a reason they're lurkers, because they can't come in the chat anymore because they backstab people. And yeah, they know who they are. I don't have to mention names. And if you've been with me long enough, y'all figured out who they are too. And they talk trash and accuse people on their channel because they ain't making the money. Well, you know, you got to be an interesting person. You got to make yourself relevant. Stop blaming other people. Stop being narcissistic, and definitely, you know, take responsibility for your failures and keep going. Don't stop. Hey, not a problem, Tom. We didn't hear the kitty crying. So, yeah. Y'all be you, and we'll see you tomorrow at same time, 9 Central, 10 Eastern. Was it 7 Pacific? But hey, be ready for the time change. You could get an extra hour of sleep for those of you that do the time change thing. B. Charter says, y'all keep talking about this, but I'm still clueless. Hope it clears up. Okay, it was the professor in the living room with the candlestick. B. Yeah, there you go. Hopefully that cleared everything up for you. Now I am trying to figure out what Lady D's mean is. When is that? When is what? I can't close out with a question. And Life of Bobby, how you doing? No, I know. I'm not talking about you. See, Bobby, you can, when you get a chance, you can post something, but there's lurkers out there they can't. They come here for content and try to find something to talk about to make their channel interesting. Me, I just wing it. Today was a wing day. Oh, the time change, that's another next weekend maybe? I don't know. Let me look. I'll tell you when the time change is. When is the time change? November 3rd is the official date for the time change. And let me bring up my calendar and I'll tell you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So not counting the day, you got 10 more days and then we change. So there you go. We move our clocks back. You gain an hour, and yeah. So while you're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and end the show. I got to go call the BA, try to reschedule an appointment to an earlier time, hopefully, and hopefully I'm not there waiting for forever and a day because I haven't had breakfast yet, and I'm getting hungry. Coffee just doesn't fill my tummy. So I'm trying to find the video so I can get out of here. And I've been working on other videos, but it's a slow process. So eventually I'll be changing my entrance and ending videos and then alternating them and stuff. But All right. Well, y'all have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Stay blessed. Make sure you hydrate. And guess what? Tomorrow is Friday. And so I got to come up with a topic. Maybe we'll just do Fish Friday or something. Ooh, fish. It sounds good.